Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different, a bit of a fun thought experiment. Have you ever wondered what would happen if our favorite childhood characters stepped out of their world and into ours? Specifically, what if the wise, kind, and slightly magical Papa Smurf decided to take a crash course in human history? Grab your thinking caps, because this is going to be a wild ride. So imagine Papa Smurf, with his big red hat and even bigger heart, popping up in our world, maybe right in the middle of a library. His first reaction would probably be sheer astonishment, the size of our buildings, the speed of our cars. It would all be a far cry from the quiet, mushroom-housed Smurf village. He'd probably stroke his beard and mutter, "Smurf my stars, what a complicated place this is." His first history book would likely be about ancient civilizations. He'd read about the Egyptians building the pyramids and think, Smurfy. They built giant pointy mushrooms without a single drop of magic potion? That's some serious teamwork. He'd admire the Romans for their engineering, their roads, and aqueducts, seeing parallels to the Smurfs' own well-organized village, but on a much, much grander scale. He'd probably be fascinated by democracy in ancient Greece, imagining a Smurf council where every Smurf gets a vote on important matters, like whether Brainy Smurf's latest invention is too dangerous. But then he'd get to the parts about wars and conflicts, the constant battles, the rise and fall of empires. This would deeply trouble him. In Smurf Village, the biggest threat is Gargamel, a single slightly incompetent wizard. The idea of entire nations fighting each other would be a concept so foreign and heartbreaking to him. He'd look at the pictures of castles and fortresses and think, why build walls to keep each other out, when you could be building bridges to bring each other together? Papa Smurf's entire philosophy is based on community and helping one another. He'd be genuinely saddened, wondering why humans couldn't just get along like his little blue family. Moving into the Middle Ages, he'd be fascinated by the concept of knights and chivalry, maybe even seeing a bit of hefty Smurf in their bravery. But the rigid social structures would confuse him. So you're telling me this farmer can't just decide to become a painter like Painter Smurf? He'd ask. The idea that your birth dictates your entire life would be completely alien to a village where every Smurf contributes based on their unique talents, whether it's baking, farming, or poetry. Then comes the Renaissance and the Age of Discovery. This is where Papa Smurf would really light up. The explosion of art, science, and exploration would totally resonate with him. He'd see Leonardo da Vinci as a kindred spirit, a sort of human brainy Smurf, but with more successful inventions. He would marvel at the voyages of explorers, mapping the world just as the Smurfs have mapped their own enchanted forest. He'd probably think, finally, they're getting Smurfier. They're curious, they're creating, they're pushing their own boundaries. But this era of discovery also has its dark side. Learning about colonialism and the exploitation of different cultures would be another blow. Papa Smurf, who values every living creature, would be horrified. He'd see it as the ultimate form of Gargamel-like greed and selfishness, but on a global scale. It would reinforce his belief that with great knowledge and power comes an even greater responsibility to be kind and fair, a lesson he's always trying to teach his Smurfs. Ultimately, after his journey through human history, what would Papa Smurf's final conclusion be? I think he'd return to his village with a renewed appreciation for their simple, peaceful way of life. He'd gather all the little Smurfs around the campfire and share what he learned. He wouldn't be cynical, that's not his style. Instead, he'd be hopeful. He'd tell them that humans are capable of incredible things, of great art, brilliant science, and deep compassion. But he'd also warn them about the dangers of greed, fear, and division. His final message would be the one he's always championed. The most powerful magic in any world is kindness, community, and working together. And that's a pretty Smurfy lesson for all of us, don't you think? Thanks so much for watching and going on this little imaginative journey with me. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments what other characters you like to see learn about our world. Until next time, stay curious.